What's up, y'all? I'm out here at the range, as you can see back behind me. Been out here all day long doing a bunch of interesting testing. It's been some super nice weather out here, so I'm trying to take as much advantage of that as I can and get as much as I can done. This one right here should be another interesting one, something I've been looking forward to since I picked up this ammo on this past Thursday's ammo hunt. It's these 38 Special Plus P Bonded Rangers. So as you can see, the jelly contraption set up. Been out here hard at work all day. We got the chrono and 2 blocks of gel. Now I've done a few tests already in this far block, so it's pretty full, and I did have one little stubborn one sneak up here into this close block, but it's kind of at the bottom, so I shouldn't have any problem. Plenty of room besides that in this first block to get it done. Like I always mention, we are using a heavy clothing barrier on this with a layer of denim, fleece, and 2 layers of cotton t-shirt material. And like I said, what we're checking out here are these Winchester Ranger 38 Special Plus P Bonded, 138 grain bonded jacketed hollow point. I picked these up on Thursday's ammo hunt, like I said. Now, during that ammo hunt, I mentioned that these were T-Series. I was wrong about that. These are not T-Series. I honestly didn't even pay attention to it myself. I just picked these up because I seen them sitting on the shelf. What these are is they're real similar to T-Series. These are basically going to be your Leo package version of the Winchester Defender. So they're a bonded jacketed hollow point, very similar projectile to the T-Series. As a matter of fact, once they expand, if we get these to expand, I'll show you, they've actually got some little talons almost, but they don't fold out like the T-Series. That's the biggest difference I've seen between them, besides the bonding, of course. But as you can see, nice nickel plated case there. Now this is a 6-pedal projectile here. I don't know how well it's going to come through. Like I said, you can probably see it's incredibly similar to the T-Series. As far as ballistics on the box here, they're saying 950 feet per second at the muzzle. So, you know, that automatically worries me, and especially if I'm going to try it through this 2-inch, which I'm going to. We probably won't even see that 950, so I don't know. I'll reserve judgment till I see the chrono results anyway. But like I said, as far as the tools, we got us a little shorty here, a 2-inch barrel Taurus 856, and then I'm going to try a longer one too with the 4-inch barrel GP100. But if I was going to make a guess right now without seeing the chrono, I would probably call it a fail on this 2-inch barrel. I don't think we're going to see good performance. The 4-inch I'm iffy on. I really don't know what to guess there. All of that might change when we see the chrono though. Let me get this stuff set up and let's see what they can do. All right, let's get some speeds and see what we're working with here, y'all. I'm gonna do a 5-round average from each barrel length, starting with this little 2-inch 856 first. Remember, the box is telling us 950. So we'll see how close we get to that, because we ain't hitting it. I can just tell you right now. It's pretty loud stuff. 897. 927. 906. 870. And 837, so kind of inconsistent and definitely didn't hit what they said on the box. Let's see what the average is. All right, so our 5-round average that time from this 2-inch is 887 feet per second. So definitely not the 950 that the box was claiming. At 887, I'm sticking by what I said before. I don't expect anything good to come from this little 2-inch, but again, hopefully I'm wrong. Let me reset this and let's see what the GP100 can do. All right, let's see what happens if we double the length with this GP100. After seeing that, will we hit 950 with this? We'll probably be pretty close. We may hit 950 with this since we're doubling the barrel length here. Let's see what happens. All right, we got 1,000. Got 978, or 9 I think it was. Got 937. 991. And 1,020. So again, these seem to be all over the place through this GP100 too. Let's go check that average. All right, so we did hit the 950 that time on our average. The average on this one was 985 feet per second. And if you remember out that 2-inch, it was 887. So you talking about what, 98 feet per second faster adding this extra 2 inches of barrel. So that sounds about right. As far as what difference that's gonna make in the gel, I think this might do okay seeing that right at 1,000. I'm still on the fence about it because y'all know, like I said, these aren't the T-Series, but they're very similar, and the T-Series don't like this cloth at all, so I don't really know what's gonna happen. Let me get this stuff reset and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's not the Talon jelly time. I'm gonna put 1 round from each barrel length into the gel. We're gonna start with this 2-inch 856 first. Like I said, I don't have the best hopes for either one of these. The GP100 might be okay, but I don't think this is going to do much. I definitely hope I'm wrong though. Let's see what we get with this little thing. All right, that should be a good one right there. Let me go see what I got. Yep, we got exactly what I was expecting to get down there. Just absolutely terrible performance. These things just do not like that cloth, especially at these speeds that they're moving. I don't know where some of these companies get the speeds for their so-called plus P38 special, but it's absolutely pitiful. The truest thing that I've seen to plus P38 special has been Underwood. All the rest of it that I can remember that called themselves plus P is just pathetic. It's just plain old pathetic. But let's see if this extra 2 inches of barrel from the GP100 will do anything for it. Honestly, after seeing that, I don't think it's going to. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I'll be wrong and it will, but I don't expect it. If this wind will stop blowing so it don't blow my doggone table over. All right, that should have been a perfect spot right there. Let's go see what we got. All right, let's take a look at this down here, y'all. That second one did get some redemption, so I'm glad to see that. But as far as the first one, that's the one on the top. That's the one from the 2-inch 856. As you can see, it comes in here. That right there is a tumble because it's sitting backwards down there, so there's pretty much no doubt. Tumbles right there, keeps on going through this first block, pokes into the second block about 1 inch, I would say, and it's sitting completely backwards. And if I'm seeing right, I think I can see one pedal peeled open, but other than that, no expansion at all. And then of course down here on the bottom, that's the one out of the 4-inch GP100. Definitely a different story here. A lot bigger disruption, a lot bigger wound channel area. Now all except for where it tumbled, of course, but other than that, nice wound disruption going all the way through the block. It pokes into this second block, I would say maybe 1.25 inches, and then rebounds a little bit. And from what I can tell, it's some really nice expansion on that one. But as for the penetration on them, the one here out at 856 is sitting backwards at exactly 17 inches. And then the one here from the GP100 is exactly 17.25 inches. So really nice penetration on both of these, although this one out of the 2-inch didn't really get there the way it was supposed to. And here's you an overhead look. The one on the top there, that's going to be the 2-inch 856. The one here on the bottom, that's the 4-inch GP100. So as you can see, really nice wound disruption. The right there is as big as where this one tumbled, and this one didn't even tumble. That's just the difference between expansion here and no expansion here. And then as you can see, carries on through. Right there is the one from the GP100 after it went to here and then rebounded. You can see it there. Pretty nice expansion on that one. And then right there is the one out of 856. And I don't think you can even see, well, I think maybe you can see it. Let's see. I think maybe you can see a little bit right there on the bottom of it. You can see one of the pedals hanging down. All right, let's take a look at these projectiles here, y'all. Right here, this one from the GP100 looks absolutely fantastic. Perfect expansion on this thing, as you can see. Very symmetrical, all the pedals opened up. Now, if you'll notice here, those of y'all are familiar with the Talons or with the T-Series, what they look like. You see that right there? This is why I say the Defender and the T-Series is basically the same thing. The Defender's just bonded. But you'll see this has actually got the Talons, but they don't peel out because the lead is bonded to the jacket. If that lead wasn't bonded like the T-Series is designed, that Talon peels out. So it's pretty much, in my eyes, the same projectile, just with the bonding process, it makes it act a little different. But like I said, this one right here looks absolutely fantastic. And then this one here from the 2-inch don't look fantastic at all. You got 2 pedals that peeled out on this thing. I don't know if it tumbled before it had a chance to open, or if those opened unsymmetrical and then made it tumble. It's a chicken or the egg thing. Me and somebody else was commenting in the other video about this same thing. So who knows which one happened first, but either way, this is a failure for this round. Now that being said, it is definitely a failure of this round as far as it performing how it's designed. But when you look in the gel, that's absolutely perfect penetration. The wound channel disruption is very similar to this one right here that did open up. So are these things a failure in a 2-inch? I mean, who who's to say? The problem is, like I've mentioned in a couple of other videos today even, you can't guarantee this. When you get this irregular expansion, when you get the tumbling, those are things that you cannot control. All of that is left up to chance. So I don't know, you know, you tell me, are you willing to take a chance that this is going to do okay in a 2-inch? Because there are far better performing rounds that I've tested. But anyway, let's get us some measurements on them. They both started at 130. We'll check this one here from the GP100 first. This one's at 129.9, so probably no loss at all on that. I can't see anything in the gel, so I would say that kept all its material. This one here from the 2-inch 856 is 130.0, so 130 right on the dot on that one. So that bonding process definitely helps them hold on to the material. And now as far as your expansion, we'll measure this one here out to 856 first. On this one direction, you're barely gonna have anything. You got 365, and then on the biggest direction, you're gonna have quite a bit more. You've got 508. So just some really, really uneven expansion on that. Nothing even I would call expansion, just a couple of the pedals peel back. But now this one right here out of the GP100 should be pretty decent. You got 602, 595, and 0.60. So some really nice expansion on that one right there from that 4-inch. So there you have it, y'all, the Winchester Ranger Bonded in 38 Special Plus P. Definitely a mixed bag right here out of this 4-inch GP100. Fantastic performance without a doubt. But then on the flip side, the 2-inch 856, which is probably more of a realistic length barrel that most people are going to be carrying with 38 Special. I mean, I would call this a fail. As far as the projectile, as far as the intended performance of the projectile, it's definitely a fail. Now, as far as the performance in this one individual test, I mean, that's perfectly acceptable to me. That's a pass as far as this individual test, but it's always a catch-22 there. This thing definitely did not perform as it was engineered to perform, but it would do the job in the end. All right, y'all, that right there is going to do it for another 38 Special Plus P test. Definitely a mixed bag on this one right here. The GP100 did a fantastic job with this round. The 2-inch 856, not so much. Now, again, that's perfect performance in this individual case, but when you're talking about overall performance of these rounds, especially based on the cost of them, that's just not one that I would purposely go for, unfortunately. But let me know what y'all think about these rounds. Is this something that some of y'all out there actually do carry? If you don't carry this specific Leo branded, do you use the Winchester Defender Bonded? Because like I say, they're pretty much identical. I think they are exactly the same projectile, because the Defender Bonded that I've tested look exactly like those. They are basically a T-series that's bonded so the Talons don't flip out. But like I said, let me know what you think about the performance you saw from them today. If you did enjoy this video, take a second like always and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, and make sure you got your notifications turned on so you don't miss anything when I upload it. Take a second and hit up those affiliate links in the video description. If you shop through Amazon, hit up my storefront link down there. You go right through Amazon just like normal after that, and anything you buy after that, I get a kickback from them towards the channel. Same with the axle links. If you're in the market for some really nice new ear pro, hit up those links down there and you can save a pile of money instead of hitting their site directly. Like always, I appreciate all my Range Gang members and every single one of y'all out there for supporting the channel. It's been a really fun day out here. It's starting to get late, but I'm gonna try to squeeze in at least 1, maybe 2 more tests. So lots of stuff headed y'all's way. Be on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.